Memorial Day is a holiday of remembrance, reflecting on the meaning and importance of those who have sacrificed in the line of duty. And joining me today is Dr. Mary Lamia. She's a psychologist, and she's the author of a new book, Grief Isn't Something to Get Over, Finding a Home for Memories and Emotions After Losing a Loved One. And she's going to provide insight into grief and adapting to loss. Dr. Lamia, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So you have a powerful story about loss, not only dealing with the loss of your parents and your husband as well. So how has those experiences shaped your book as well as your experiences as a psychologist?
Well, actually, Sean, I wanted to write a book about how memories and emotions interface with loss to produce the experience of grief. And having had a lot of loss in my own life, as you said, my parents when I was young, and as I was finishing the book, my husband suffered a severe stroke and died. And so I was able to integrate him into the book as well. But understanding how our memory system works and how our emotions work really puts grief into perspective for people, because often individuals feel a little bit crazy as they're grieving. They have certain symptoms or emotional triggers and don't really grasp what's going on with them and think they're supposed to get over it. We don't get over grief, we adapt to it.
And how can we adapt to it?
We adapt to it slowly through forming new memories. You know, when we first lose somebody we love, it feels very unreal. And people may say to themselves, I can't accept the loss. Well, what we can't accept are our feelings about the loss. And what we can't accept has to do with our memory system. We have memories of somebody's presence for many years, and then all of a sudden they are absent in our reality. And it takes our brain a while to integrate that information. It seems like it's telling you that somebody is there when in fact they're not. And as time goes on and day by day, it adapts as we form new memories. But that takes a while. And it's important to understand that it's not that you're not accepting what's happening to you, it's that your brain is not accepting it. It doesn't understand.
And that could definitely be a challenge for some people because I've always been told, if someone dies, think about them for a little bit and then after that, just let it go. Don't think about it anymore. But you said that's not the healthy way to do it.
The healthy way to do it is to know that the people we've loved and lost live inside of us forever. And something in our world will trigger that memory. Maybe we passed by a certain place, we went with that person, or a certain smell or taste or something we hear, a song we hear will activate the memory of them. And it's right there as though we've been thinking about them all this time. Sometimes it's hard to understand like why we would be thinking of somebody or some particular aspect of our experience of them. We're not always aware of the memories that get activated in our mind. There are unconscious memories where, like, you smell something and it's instantly there.
And what about someone dreaming about someone who has passed away?
Oh, dreaming about people who have passed away just means that something has activated a memory of that person during the day. And we go to bed at night, and part of dreaming is to consolidate our memories, to consolidate our experiences with the rest of our memories, to match those patterns of the past and the present. And so we may dream of somebody. It's like some people may think of it as a visitation of sorts, but the person is visiting us through our memories.
Yeah, and we definitely need to hold on to that. You touched on this before, I believe, but you have some positive and effective coping strategies for folks.
The biggest one is to accept what you feel, to not believe you have to run away from feeling sad. All of our emotions are there to protect us, to inform us. Sadness informs us, just like happiness, excitement informs us. So to accept the feeling, acknowledge it, take a look at it, and know that it will pass. Emotions are momentary. They can get repeatedly activated and create a mood. But for the most part, if we acknowledge and accept what we feel, uh, it will pass. To make it okay. In our society, it's not okay to be sad. To make your sadness known, you could talk about feeling sad and then go on and talk about other things. You don't have to hide grief. And often people feel they have to hide. We also have to recognize that when we lose somebody we love, part of our identity is wound up in that person's identity. So as we move forward in life, we have to define ourselves differently, not as that person is living in the world with us, but as they are inside of us. And as we have new experiences in life, we do begin to form new pieces of our identity.
And this is definitely something to think about, not only for Memorial Day, but also with the victims of the tragic mass shootings recently. So, Dr. Lamia, you said this is not focused on healing, but providing hope.
Providing hope,
Yes, ma'am. So where can
taking our
folks?
feelings with us.
Yes, ma'am. So where can folks pick your book up if they want to find out more?
Any of the online booksellers and hopefully in bookstores. Amazon has it. The American Psychological Association, the publisher, has it as well.
Sounds good to me. Dr. Lamia, thank you so much for joining us today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean.
No problem. And we'll be right back. Okay, good deal. And Dr. Lamia, if I can get you to sit there for just another second for me, I'm going to ask Evan to roll on your picture.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
No, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate everything. Get some sleep.
Thank you, Sean. Have a good
All
weekend.
right, you too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.